Hello and welcome to Find Your Lady Tribe.
Tress, I think, don't we all just need a little help sometimes?
Yes, we do.
That's what we're going to talk about today, so stay tuned. Welcome to Find Your Lady Tribe. I am your host, Brenda Ridgely, author, speaker, and midlife women's coach. This season is dedicated to your midlife mindset, so be sure to subscribe now to be notified of a new episode each week. I am honored to be joined this season by co-host Tresson Bryant of Love and Life Coaching. She is a mindset, trauma, and relationship expert. Join our inner circle to be the first to know about retreats, workshops, events, and receive tribe-building tips. Go to tinyurl.com/Find Your Lady Tribe to join. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. Today I'm here with Brenda, one of my favorite people, and we're going to be talking about getting a little bit of help. And Brenda, I got to tell you, we're both coaches and we help people with different aspects of their life. But I know that in our experience, we wouldn't be where we are trying to teach the things that we're doing and sharing the things that we are without moments of getting help for ourselves, right?
Right, absolutely. Throughout my life, I've looked to mentors, whether it be in the beginning, it was our parents, and then it was our teachers, and then it was, maybe a boss that you looked up to that took you under their wing. But at some point in life, we just kind of stopped doing that.
Yeah, I think we do a lot of the time when we start having to focus on other people in our lives. So, as a mom, I know that some of the people watching may not be moms. And so I just want to acknowledge that no matter what it is that takes us away from seeking some sort of guidance, right? A mentor of sorts. I don't know that I grew up being taught to always have a mentor of some type in my life, but really, if you look at the people who are excelling in their life in the things that are important to them, I bet you every single one of those people has a mentor of some sort.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people fall into the trap of, hey, I'm an adult, I know things now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really amazing thing that you just said that, because every time you say, I know that, you close yourself off to learning anything new.
Right,
And
absolutely.
it's valuable. What you know is valuable. So we want to definitely say, bravo, what you've learned and know up to this point is wonderful, but there's always more. There's always more. Maybe somebody who's gone and done the things that you want to do, right?
Right,
Tell me
absolutely.
about maybe who's been your coach.
Yeah, so I've had many, but more recently in the past 5 years or so, well, when I was challenged to be in the Mrs. Colorado America pageant, something way outside of my comfort zone,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I am 50. I've never even dreamt of doing anything like this before. I got to find someone to help me with this.
Yes.
So I hired a coach. It was transformational in more ways than I just thought they were going to show me how to walk on the stage in heels and do my makeup a little different. And of course, they did those things.
Yeah.
But this coach asked me questions that changed my life and the trajectory of my life. She asked me, what is the legacy that you have to bring and leave with this organization, the Mrs. America pageant system? What is it that you have to offer?
Mm-hmm.
And that really made me, fine tune. And what is it that I am passionate about? What is it that I am good at? What is it that I can help with?
Yeah.
How can I be of service? And she helped pull all this out of me so that it basically led me to writing my first book, Lady in the Tribe. And then it just has, it's just been one opportunity after the next, after the next, after the next, because I was in a pageant.
Yeah.
As a challenge, just as okay, what the heck, why not?
Yes.
But it changed my life, and in a fabulous way. That's one of my more recent examples. What about you?
That's a pretty deep question that she asked you, right?
She did.
I mean, what I love about having a coach is that they're going to go in. They're going to dive in a little bit deeper than what makes you feel good? I mean, they're going to ask
Mm-hmm.
some important life-changing questions where you're going to have to reflect, and you did that, and look
Right.
at everything that you gained from that. The willingness that you had is where all of that begins, right? So
Mm-hmm.
for me, same thing. It got me, having a coach got me outside of some of my narrow thinking. And it wasn't that I was thinking wrong. It was just that I didn't know as much as it helps me to add in that coach's area of expertise, right? So what it did for me is it expanded my thinking. It allowed me to question myself in ways too that I had never questioned myself before.
Right.
Um, so having a coach, I've had several coaches, and some of them have been in different areas of expertise. I've had, health coaches, which have been physical trainers, those types of things that have taught me
Mm-hmm.
how to eat well, lift weights, exercise, those types of things, which I I have learned endless amounts of value there for lifelong
Right.
in keeping myself physically fit. And then I've also had coaches that were spiritual. Currently, at the moment, I have a financial coach because there were some things with my finances that I wanted to get adjusted that I didn't know the best way. Sometimes we feel a sense of overwhelm, and I was
Mm-hmm.
feeling a little bit of that because you get so much conflicting advice, I would want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And she's literally sat down and we've gotten things organized. It's taken out the overwhelm that I was feeling a little bit of. It's given me a sense of direction. So currently, that's the coach that I have. Because if I looked at my life wheel, a lot of the areas in my life are very vibrant and full and amazing and very satisfying right now.
Right.
But that piece needed some help.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? Obviously, I don't have as many tools as I need. I got to get some help from somebody who knows what to do.
Right. Absolutely. And I think there's a lot of misunderstandings about what a life coach is and what it is not.
Hmm.
A life coach is not going to tell you what to do.
Right.
We
Hopefully.
are not therapists.
Right.
It it really is a series of reflecting back to you, and maybe perspective wise shifts of like, did you look at it this way?
Hmm.
Or hearing back questions that hearing you speak things, just answering questions, you may have aha moments. What are some of the things that you have come across people have a misconception about what is
Well,
provided?
I think that a lot of the feeling that I have, or what some people may think, is that we're not qualified. That's a
Mm,
huge misconception that I think
mm,
people have about a life coach. I will say that I have met some coaches that were not for me. They were driven by financial gain, not my best interest. And so I will say that you do have to be mindful, just like you would choose a plumber for your home. You're going to have to vet out the coach, right? And find out. So you have something, but a misconception is that a coach may not have certification or a bachelor's degree or have gone to school for 4 years and those types of things. I will tell you that the life experience that you're going to get from a coach and someone who's actually lived the things that they're now teaching and have um, triumphed through those
mm,
things. That's the word I would want to use. That they learned, and they don't know it all, but they've triumphed over the same things that you're challenged with, and they're doing well in that area of their life. They're thriving. That would be a coach I would be looking for, not necessarily a certification. I have been to therapists who have certifications, who have had years of training in school, and that is not to discount that in any
mm-hmm.
way, but some of them wanted to take me into my past so far back that it was not a valuable thing for me.
Right.
I needed to be from the present moment moving forward.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that you just brought up a great point. Therapists do go into the past, and that's not what a life coach really is set up to do. The life coach is set up to go from where are we now and where do we want to go,
Exactly. And how
and,
can we get you there?
and how
Yeah.
can we get there. And you're absolutely right. Not every coach is for everyone, and that is you need to go through a vetting process to see if you're in alignment and you have that energetically you feel
Yes.
feel positive with those interactions. Most coaches are going to offer you a free discovery session of sorts to kind of get to know you, and how maybe even offer a few tips to get you started, and share with you what it would look like working with them on an ongoing basis.
Yes.
And that should be that's complimentary in
I
many
think,
situations.
yes, definitely. I mean, I offer up to a 50-minute session discovery because you want to also see if your personalities feel good. As you say, you want to have that, you have the intuition, you want to feel it. Maybe you don't know what intuition is yet, and you're trying to just navigate all of this. But you get a feeling on whether or not where that person is coming from, those types of things. They are going to make you an offer in that call. You've sought them out. They are going to make you an offer on different things. Find a coach who's willing to help work with you in a lot of the ways, but also push you, okay?
Right.
Because if you don't have an investment and something on the line to lose, chances are it's going to be like maybe a book that you purchased that's sitting on your shelf because you didn't have the accountability, you didn't have the investment involved to hold you to what your new thing in life is that you're trying to accomplish. So you want someone who is going to hold you accountable, who is going to, encourage you through this journey and find the ways. And I think one of the things you brought up that's very valuable, you're the guidance system for the coach.
Right.
This is not typically, you're not really signing up for a one size fits all. This is my program. This is how everybody does it. You want a coach that can kind of fit. Now, you can get into a group program coaching as well, which I think is extremely valuable. And what I find with group coaching, which I prefer mostly, is that there is a synergy that seems to happen with the people that come into the group. And where the coach can lead that and guide that and answer questions and offer a teaching and some coaching throughout that. There's going to be other people that go on, whether you're sitting in the room with each other or on a Zoom call, someone will inevitably come onto that lives in another state somewhere or something, and they'll say something, you go, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about that today.
Right.
And they just solved it, or they just said one sentence that came out of their mouth that helped you understand what it is that you're going through and how to navigate it. I mean, it's amazing how that energy shifts.
Right. I love the group sessions myself because I'm all about tribe, right?
Yes.
So I love to put together tribes of coaching women, and invariably, yes, their interactions, we are all have so many gifts and valuable things to offer. And in that setting, everybody is so open and free and gets to learn and glean from each other's experiences and questions. And you just form some really great bonds. I want to go back to that discovery session a little bit too, because the coach is also going to determine if you are a good fit for their expertise.
Oh yeah.
Because maybe there are some things that I absolutely wouldn't want to try to attempt, because that's not my area of, that's really maybe not where I want to work, or I don't feel like I'm the best person, and I might find a referral. Like I've referred clients to Treston before that I did that I had the discovery session with, because I heard keywords that I'm like, oh, this is just screaming love and life coaching.
Right. Exactly.
So,
and the same, because you get to know the value that you can bring, or that you hope that you can bring to a person. And if it doesn't feel right, the coach, Brenda, I think that a lot of the times we view coaching or things like this in a totally different way than we would anything else. But why do we? You wouldn't hire a plumber to fix the concrete on your patio. It's just the same thing. It's a process where you're vetting the person and deciding if they're right for you.
Right.
And we can sometimes complicate things. We know that the things we're talking to you about are personal. We understand that. And so on that level, it takes a little bit more vulnerability. But you're literally just having a conversation with someone to find out if you're feeling that it's a good fit, and the same thing for them.
Absolutely.
So, try it. Reach out to a couple of different coaches if you're feeling like it, and you'll get a sense, don't you think, of who's right for you.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I believe there's no wasted energy. Absolutely do this exploration
yes.
for yourself, and don't just stop with one.
Yep.
Don't one stop shop. Check out and see what's feeling right for you. And each experience you have, you're going to get closer to what you do want, even if you find it's in one setting it's what you don't want. It's because you had that experience that you know what you do want. So
100%.
right.
On that note, I'll tell you, I hired a coach, and I hired the coach out of a hurried mindset. I wanted to get a problem fixed. I was thinking hurry, which, with my history of having a lack mindset that I used to have, hurry means that you feel like you're running out of something. You're running out of time. You're running out of whatever, out of energy. Being hurried is a lack mindset. So I hired the coach with a hurried mindset because I wanted to solve a problem quickly. Now, sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. But I hired the wrong coach. And I got kind of halfway into what my interaction was with her, and I stopped the process knowing that she was not the right coach for me. And I took responsibility out of that, out of how I chose to hire the coach. So trust that when you're interviewing, trust that process, trust what you're feeling about the coach. There's a lesson to be learned just in that.
Right.
Yeah.
So Tress, tell us about Love and Life Coaching a little bit and how you like to help people.
Well, I help people end their painful trauma patterns. So we have things that have happened to us in our life where we've experienced either maybe adolescent trauma, young adult trauma, things like that in our life. And trauma isn't what actually happened to us, it's how we've stored it in our system that takes us kind of into our identity and things like that in the world. And what I do is I help people process that so they can end painful cycles that they repeat over and over again based on the traumas that they've experienced. So what I want people to do is live a life that they completely love. And I've been able to do that for myself. And I want to show people through my life journey how it's possible to really, really begin doing that and to live from a place of utter and complete self-love, and that heals everything. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. A lot of the suffering that we have in this world, Brenda, is needless. And I say that ignorance is a choice now because we have so much information available to us now in the world that really, honestly, I'm 54 years old. When I was younger, it was not available.
Right.
It was not available to me. And now it is available to us. If we seek it out, we've got so much at our fingertips. Right. So you have a choice to expand and grow. And yeah, tell me about your business.
Yeah, absolutely. So my organization is called Living Whole You.
Yes.
And I love working with women who are in midlife and going through some kind of transition that maybe they weren't expecting. Many times it is going from a full house to an empty nest, or maybe it is going from being kind of in the I don't want to say single or couplehood, and then all of a sudden really having to focus on our parents. Maybe the parents have to move in. Maybe it's going from being married and having this big family to all of a sudden now I'm single because that marriage didn't work out. Yes. All kinds of different transitions that we are impacted with as midlife women that are kind of unique to us. All the hormonal changes we have going on, and just it kind of puts us into this funk sometimes, or this place of uncertainty where you just don't know where to go next and what to turn. And I myself went through a period of years of this, and it's not necessary to live that way.
Right.
And I have about 10 or so strategies to help women jump over that obstacle and really quickly get into a place of feeling whole again and feeling empowered, feeling passion and purpose for whatever might be next for them. And I do that in one-on-one sessions as well as group sessions.
I love it.
Just
fantastic.
fantastic.
It is.
Yeah. So we highly encourage you to check it out. Invest in yourself. You are worth it.
You are.
You know, for the price of that cup of coffee at Starbucks a day, you could get into something on a weekly or
Absolutely.
monthly basis that could really, really change your life in a positive way. And we invest in all kinds of things, don't we?
All the time we invest in soccer for our kids, or we invest in I mean, we're making car payments. People, we're investing in our homes. We're investing in, but what it comes down to it is that you are the sole quality of your life. Wherever
Mm-hmm.
you go, you take whatever quality with you, whether it be
Mm-hmm.
with your relationship with your spouse or your children or your coworkers or your friendships, Brenda, right?
Mm-hmm.
The people that you do business with. You are the most valuable and important piece of your entire life, no matter what part of it you're involved in. And so when you nurture and love and care for yourself and take the time to learn about ways that you can expand and really love yourself, that's going to show up in and just be amplified in every part of your life.
Right.
And you're worth the investment. That's the thing. You're saying, look for a way that works for you, that works for
Mm-hmm.
your budget, right?
Right.
Because there are all types of different costs when you associated with coaching. Find somebody who's willing to work with you and figure that out. And man, it is just worth the investment. It really is.
Absolutely. And there's no problem too small. You know,
Right?
are the investments you're making and all the things in your life really making you happy?
Right.
Here is one that really could. I mean, if you're having trouble finding girlfriends,
Yep.
there are strategies for that,
Right.
and someone who can help.
Exactly.
So let someone help you. Everybody can use a little help sometimes.
Absolutely. We all can.
All right.
I love it.
So with that, ladies, when three
Three
or more
more
gather,
gather.
we
We
are
are
tribe.
tribe.